Hello, guys. So lovely to see you guys here today. We have a fun show for you guys. I am loving to see all of the Zionists seethe. Okay, I've been having a lot of the ewish population come after me on Twitter lately, and I've been loving it because every time I look at their names, I'm like, there's no way that their names are literally like this. Like Shabo something bomb. I mean, it's amazing. I love it. It's so fun. I'm definitely in my hateful bitch era, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. And so today we will be going over, the Zionists are still outraging. They're still seething. Ben Shapiro used to say, oh my gosh, drinking liberal tears. Oh my gosh, there's snowflakes that get so offended, but then he does the same thing. So him and Mark Levin, Dave Rubin, Josh Hammer, the usual suspects, the usual scheming suspects. Don't mind my no nails. Okay, please. Please. But yeah, they're all seething. So we're going to go over that because they're mad, obviously, because Nick Fuentes was interviewed by Tucker Carlson, W on both of their parts. Love to see it. And now, guys, just so you know, tonight's goal, if we get 15 super chats of $5 or more, I will be ranking the top 3 hottest e-girls. And honestly, I don't even have the top 3 in my head right now, so it will be like off the cuff, raw opinion. So if you guys want to see me rank and also diss some of the e-girls appearances, make sure you send the super chats. By the way, I'm not monetized on Instagram or Twitter, and so I could really use some monetization. Thank you. Monolith, hello. NY is now communist. Yeah, who cares? I used to live there. Who cares? Whatever. I mean, yeah, that sucks, but I'm someone, I live in my bubble. So just so you guys know, I did pre-record 3 segments out today just to have them all like put together well, because I always have tech issues. But at the end of each segment, I'm going to do a super chat section, and then at the very end, I will do a longer super chat section. So don't worry. I will be getting to every single super chat, okay? But yeah, so for this first segment, we're going to go over Nick Fuentes roasting Mark Levin. And unfortunately, I used to watch Mark Levin. I used to be a fangirl for Mark Levin. There's one line one time that stood out to me from him where he was answering like a caller's question and he told the caller to go sit on a cucumber. So I love to tell him that now on Twitter, on Twitter. So go follow me on Twitter. But yeah, let's get into this first segment. Send in the super chats, guys. Don't be cheap like the freaking people that are seething right now, okay? Okay, all right. Make sure you like the stream and we'll get right into this first video of Nick Fuentes roasting the living crap out of Mark Levin. Take a look.
I'm furious. I'm absolutely beside myself and furious. The way Mark Levin talks about this country, he should be deported.
Mark Levin is one of those Zionists that has been attacking Nick Fuentes and Tucker Carlson ever since they did their little interview that broke the internet and has the Zionists seething so hard their yarmulkes fell off, okay? But Nick Fuentes has a lot to say in response. And in this video, I'm going to show you a freaking brutal takedown of Mark Levin from the great Nick Fuentes, the future of the movement, if not the movement. Like the video if you agree, it would mean the world to me, and let's get right into it.
I'm furious. I'm absolutely beside myself and furious. The way Mark Levin talks about this country, he should be deported. Not because you're Jewish, not because you're fat, not because you're gay, not because you're a pussy. Mark Levin should be deported because of the way he talks about this country. Where does he get off? The way he says, it's only off the table if we say so. Who the fuck do you think you are? You whiny, grating, odious, disgusting, fat piece of shit traitor. Where do you get off? Damn you. And I apologize for that. As a Christian, we shouldn't curse people, but seriously, damn you. How dare you say that? This is the United States of America. He says, little Adolf, who were his ancestors? You know my ancestors were? Joe Cairo, okay? When my ancestors got here, they kissed the ground when they got off the fucking boat. And they served in the military, and they built this city. They built Chicago. And they love this country. They always have. They're all patriots. They love our country's God, Jesus Christ. They love this country. Who the fuck are you? And why are you here? You love Israel so much. It's not purely about Israel or the Jews. Why are you still here, fatso? Why are you and Randy Fine still here? Need more money, you fucking pissant? Need more money? Need more Americans to bleed for your wars? Need more money to go and kill children? More bullets to shoot innocent people in the back of the head, you fucking coward? And then they try to gaslight us into thinking we're evil. We're not evil. There's a difference. We're self-righteous. This is not anger. This is not evil. This is righteous indignation. This is moral clarity. This is the courage of our convictions. This is righteous indignation of a righteous people. These are the just and reasonable demands of a righteous people. We want our independence. We want our sovereignty. We want a nation under God, the one that we were promised. And we're done being bossed around and abused and insulted and humiliated by these sick people that hate us.
I really could not agree more already. By the way, if you agree with him, comment below, deport Mark Levin. That's something I can get behind. Yeah, I mean, he is going off. These people hate America. And also Ben Shapiro said that we need to get our country back. These people who hate America, these anti-American ideas. Excuse me, Ben Shapiro and Mark Levin, you guys are the ones that are Israel first. That is anti-American. You guys are anti-American. Go to Israel, get the F out of our nation. Gosh, make sure you subscribe if you agree. Back to Nick.
Sick people that say we're going to kill 2 million people in Gaza. These sick, arrogant people that have contempt and disdain for the people that they want to exploit for their own interests. That's wrong. That attitude, those ideas, that mindset is wrong. You're wrong for having it, and you should have no influence and no power over us.
Amen.
So anyway, it's sick.
It is.
And honestly, I'm just like, whenever I think about it, it really brings the worst out of me because it's so fucked up. The deception, everything about it, the like layers of deceit and lies. They say, you're the Nazi. They say, you're a Nazi. Then they turn around and say, kill 2 million people. Okay, so what does Nazi mean to you exactly? Okay? Why they say you're a Nazi? What is that supposed to mean? Well, Hitler killed 6 million Jews. He tried to exterminate a whole group of people. That's why they say you're a Nazi, to identify you with the Holocaust. What are you doing in Gaza exactly? What does that term mean? You say we're Nazis. You're a Nazi. You go and turn around then and say kill all 2 million people in Gaza. What are you talking about? They say you're a white supremacist. Really? Then you turn around and say our blood and soil nation of Israel needs to expand in all directions? You're a racial supremacist. They say you're a sexist. You're in favor of rape. What do you think is going on? What do you think is going on in Gaza? They're raping people in the prisons. What are you talking about? They're killing the women and the children. Give me a break already with that. So the level of deception, like we're just getting the worst. It's like a dragon. You get the sense that you're fighting a dragon. You deal with these people like Levin and Loomer, and you get a demonic energy from them. And I'm not dog whistling. When I say these people, I'm not talking about every single Jew in America. I'm not saying that. I'm saying these people, this Israel First lobby, organized Jewry that is pushing this aggressive line against Americans. The contempt, the bullying.
By the way, YouTube, I am not espousing these views. I'm not endorsing them. I am simply reporting on this, okay? Because it's a hot topic within right-wing media. So do not give me a strike. Please, guys, I'm 1 strike away from being permanently banned on YouTube. So make sure you check the description box and go follow me on all my social media platforms and also join my Discord server so we can actually stay in touch in case I get banned.
The hostility, the aggression, the intimidation. You get a demonic energy from them. The deception, the delusions, the hysteria. It's sick, and it runs the show here, and it's got to come to an end now. Enough is enough. That's what I have to say. Enough is enough. I'm not the champion you wanted. Maybe I'm not the ideal champion, but I'm the one you got. And everybody else too, you know, Tucker, Candace, Marjorie. I've had my differences with them. We're not perfect. Candace isn't perfect. Marjorie isn't perfect. We fought before. We're the ones you got. We're the ones talking about it. We're the ones with moral clarity to put this in front of us. And, you know, you don't have to like all of it, but we need to be aligned on one thing. We are with America. We are with Christ. They're not.
Amen. And I'm happy that these are the people we got. Like, he is the future of the movement. Obviously, guys. By the way, make sure you send, if you can, don't be illish now. Don't be cheap. Send me a super chat. I will read all of the super chats, guys. Okay. Help fund me. Okay. I'm not monetized on X or Instagram. I'm about to be banned off YouTube. I can barely even have my videos have any traction because I keep getting strikes, so I'm shadow banned. Help your favorite orange woman out, please. No, it'd be cool. Thank you. Thank you very much.
We're with this country first, foremost, only, forever. We're with Jesus Christ on the cross eternally. They're not. They're with Israel. They hate Jesus. That's the difference. Those are the basics.
I don't know about you guys, but I agree with every single word that he just said. They hate America, and they only claim to love Americans or America if America or the Americans are doing the bidding for Israel. That is not America first. That is Israel first. And just like Nick said, it makes me sick to my stomach. And that's why the real fight isn't left versus right. It's really the Israel first crowd versus America first. That is the true fight. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure. Hey guys, so, oh my gosh. Every time I see Mark Levin on my timeline now, I'm like, oh, I cannot believe I used to like him. I literally used to crash out on weekends because, oh my gosh, I can't get my 3 hours a day of Mark Levin. It's like, I might as well name myself Shabos. By the way, guys, I do have my Discord and all my social media links in the description box down below if you guys want to check them out. And like I said, we are low on the super. We are 0 out of 15 super chats right now. Where is Tom Tagart? Where is Tom Tagart? My favorite super chatter. 15 super chats, and I will rank the top 3 hottest e-girls and probably roast some of them too. So if you guys want to see me be a hateful bitch, that's how you can do it. No Muslims or Jews in AF. Yeah, I mean, wait, let me get the chat. Here we go. Here's the chat up here. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, I mean, maybe some, but hopefully they suppress it, as they should. Get back in the closet, guys, okay? Get back in the closet. Let's see. What else are you guys saying? Muslims love Jesus. Muslims, I feel like, respect Jesus more than Jews do. Like, I was a baby. As soon as I was a baby Christian, I never understood the whole Christian Zionism thing, like the whole myth of Judeo-Christian values. It's like the entire difference between Judaism and Christianity is Jews literally think Jesus is a heretic. He's the Antichrist. He's like drowning in human excrement in hell. It's like, why do we team up with these people? They're literally the worst. Now, I'm not saying they're the worst YouTube. I'm saying that they are, you know, their religion completely contradicts ours. So it doesn't make sense, but it's like one of those big lies that we're sold by society, well, I mean, by whoever controls the media, whoever that may be, you know, so yeah, I digress. Nick is absolutely crushing it. It's so cool to see him go completely mainstream, even though, yes, I'm still disappointed in his critiques of Gypsy Crusader, my friend, which, by the way, guys, go check out my recent video. I posted like a segment of me and Gypsy Crusader's interview, and the full thing is on my Twitter. Obviously, I have to censor and cannot post the full thing on YouTube because it's YouTube, duh. But so let me know if you guys want me to cover some of that beef more. But yeah, so I mean, Fred Norton said, my Google Pay is not working. I'll fix it and send next time. You're my e-girl. Thank you. Well, don't simp, because we do not endorse simp behavior. But I do appreciate it. If it makes it easier, I can put in the description box or in the chat my like Venmo or PayPal. So if that's easier, let me know. Okay? Because it's not just I want the money. It's like my husband's like, if I'm going to let you do, like if I'm going to give my wife away for an hour, it better make sense. So I'm trying to like convince my husband to let me go live more. You know what I mean? Okay, so this next segment is kind of going over, you know, the gays, like the Lindsey Grahams, the Mark Levins, all the Ben Shapiro, all the usual suspects. What are they actually saying, okay? So don't forget, send the super chats, guys, and we'll get into this next segment.
But if you ever run for office as a Republican and you embrace this weird shit, we're going to beat your brains out.
The Zionists are literally seething. They are so mad that you'd think that they were about to commit another Holocaust, bitches, okay? Because they are still mad after Nick Fuentes was interviewed by the one and only Tucker Carlson, and they can't get over it. And now you see someone like Ben Shapiro saying that Tucker Carlson betrayed his good friend Charlie. Basically, Ben Shapiro said that Tucker Carlson betrayed Charlie Kirk, who was his friend, by interviewing Nick Fuentes. So he is using the blood of Charlie Kirk to push his pro-Israeli narrative. How disgusting and despicable, but I would expect nothing less from such a vile person. Anyways, let's get right into it. We have a lot more to discuss, not just that. I have a few clips I'm going to show you of these seething Zionists, including Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham, you know, he likes to be a graham cracker with other gay men. Anyways, let's get into it.
My answer is no. No to the Groypers. No to their publicists like Tucker Carlson. No to those who champion them. No to demoralization. No to bigotry and anti-meritocratic horse shit. No to anti-Americanism. No. This is our country. This is our party. And this is our conservative movement. And I will not stand by while it is handed over to those who betray the most fundamental principles I have spent my entire life defending and advocating. That is a path to defeat and a path to moral oblivion. I reject it because if we lose the right, we will lose to the left. And either way, we'll lose the country.
Wow, Benny, you've been such a good little boy. Netanyahu and the Israeli government are so proud of you. I think they'll give you a little sticker, that satanic symbol that Judaism loves to prop up right on your yarmulke. You've been such a good boy. Actually, no, you make me want to throw up. By the way, shout out Groypers. Groypers have some of my favorite Twitter accounts, and that includes all the bigger accounts that I follow. I just love the mentality of Groypers. They don't get offended by anything. They're not little pussy ass bitches. I just like them. And even if some of them attack me, I don't even care. I actually get along with the Groypers. I'm just saying that if I see a lot of these e-girls get offended when they see like one or two Groypers come after them in the replies. I don't let it get to me because I don't get offended by things. Like, I don't care. So that's what I love about the Groypers. So shout out Groypers. If any of you Groypers are watching right now, comment down below. I want to know how many Groypers are actually watching my YouTube channel. That'd be cool. Anyways, yeah, keep seething, Ben Shapiro. By the way, make sure you like today's video, subscribe, and comment. Let's get into the next one. Oh, and by the way, of course you see Mark Levin, the usual suspects. This is superb. Well done, Ben. Take a look. I'd rather drown my eyes in bleach. Thank you. And myself, actually. Pretty much. Oh, I also wanted to show you guys this. This is from one of my favorite Groyper accounts. Shout out First Class Clips. In the recent struggle that the Daily Wire put Matt Walsh through about platforming right-wing creators, Michael Knowles reminded Matt that TPUSA bans people from their events, while Ben Shapiro claimed that Nick Fuentes, Alex Jones, and Tucker Carlson should be off limits. Watch this.
You know, I guess the question for Matt is, there are certain people who you would basically say don't belong in the movement. And so the question, I think, for everybody, and I think this is one that we should openly discuss. I mean, if we're going to have these discussions, is who doesn't? Right? Like, who doesn't? I'll
give you a takeaway on this that is obviously timely. When Charlie was killed, you know, the guy did like 10 jobs. I mean, it takes innumerable people to fill all the things he did. The most valuable thing he did from a political coalition standpoint is he kept the coalition together, and his events were the events to go to, and his platform was really setting the agenda for the Republican Party. And Charlie made a really important point, to have a coalition in which he would not be pressured to get rid of Tucker, but he also wouldn't be pressured to get rid of people who hated Tucker or who Tucker hated, or whoever, you know, where the various constituencies hated them. But Charlie, furthermore, to your point, Ben, also drew a line. There were plenty of people that were not permitted into TPUSA events. And so he did this in, I think, an obviously very effective way, a way that did not fall into the perils of, you know, a movement becoming too extreme. And I just wonder if there's not a lesson that we could take from that.
I thought that what you said when Charlie died was right. You know, that one of Charlie's goals was to keep the movement together. It's obviously something JD is trying to do. He's trying to keep people in the room together. I totally get it. I've talked publicly about the fact that Tucker called me that day, 2 days after Charlie was shot, and said, like, let's stop fighting. And I said, you know what? That sounds great to me. That's fine. I really don't want to be fighting with you because obviously we have other priorities. In fact, I even offered Tucker that we should get on stage together and talk about the things that we agreed with. He's yet to take me up on that offer. But the bottom line here is that, you know, when it comes to where you set limits at some point are going to have to be set. And it seems to me that the move on the right is that because we don't like the left at all, because the left is bad, there must be no limit set, and any attempt to set a limit is somehow firing inside the tent. And what this actually leads to is many of the same people who are firing inside the tent then turning around and claiming that you're violating the truce. Because I'll tell you what, it's Nick Fuentes who's attacking Donald Trump on a regular basis.
Yeah.
It is Alex Jones who's attacking Donald Trump on a regular basis. I mean, it is Tucker Carlson who's attacking Donald Trump on a fairly regular basis, actually. So,
Oh, and I have to show you guys this crazy video exposing Ben Shapiro for the fraudulent ew he is. I forgot to film this part when I was originally filming the videos, so I'm kind of coming in the next day and filling in the blanks. But yeah, watch this shiitake mushrooms, bitches, okay? And make sure you guys are sending super chats, by the way. I will be answering every single super chat live on video, okay? At the end of every segment, there will be a super chat section. So send your super chat. I will answer them all. Support the channel. I'm shadow banned. I'm not monetized on Instagram or Twitter. And I'm been shadow banned hella on YouTube because I have 2 strikes now. 1 more strike and I'm out. Okay, so check the description box to make sure that you guys can follow me everywhere in case I get banned. I don't want to lose you guys, okay? So yeah, help support your favorite orange woman who's also a hateful bitch.
Wonder if one day you'll have to flee the United States?
I mean, I think that every Jew throughout world history who has a brain and knows history has always wondered if a country that is not a Jewish state is going to eternally provide them security guarantees and full citizenship, of course. I mean, that's I think to think that that's why the existence of the state of Israel is the single greatest guarantor of my loyalty to the United States, frankly. Right? Because Israel exists, that means the United States is going to be a more welcoming place for me, because Israel is there as a backstop in case anything should go wrong.
the so-called browning of America, which is something I've said I don't care about, because I don't care about that. I care about how people vote. I care about how people assimilate. I care about how people reflect American values in the Declaration of Independence and Constitution. I've said this stuff very openly, very clearly, many, many, many times. But the idea here is that if you care about any of those things, then you are part of the Great Replacement Theory.
Let's talk about the first question. Okay, when I say I don't care about the browning of America, what I mean is I don't care about ethnicity. It doesn't make any difference to me. Point of view where we don't believe in the divinity of Christ. I think that there you can make an argument that the Gospels, which were written...
He was just a prophet.
No. We don't even believe he was a prophet.
What do you think he was? What do you guys think he was?
What do I think he was historically? I think he was a Jew who tried to lead a revolt against the Romans and got killed for his trouble. Just like a lot of other Jews at that time who were crucified for trying to lead revolts against the Roman and got killed for their trouble.
So he became legend in story, and it became a bigger and bigger deal as time went on.
Yeah, he had a group of followers, and then that gradually grew, and then
Do you think
there
he was
was
resurrected?
No, that's not a Jewish belief.
Okay, I just want to check.
Yeah, no, we're not into
You're not
we're not into miracle
zombies?
stories. No, that's
No?
not. No,
You don't have any miracles?
no, not by Jesus. That's why the existence of the state of Israel is the single greatest guarantor of my loyalty to the United States, frankly. Right? Because Israel exists, that means the United States is going to be a more welcoming place for me, because Israel is there as a backstop in case anything should go wrong.
Oh, gee, I wonder why people say that Ben Shapiro is Israel first. I wonder. Hopefully that made it very clear for you guys, okay? And yeah, he's a little woke-tard. Let me tell ya, this last clip I'm going to show you guys, oh my gosh, is Lindsey Graham. I'm going to throw up. Just freaking wait.
Speaking of Donald Trump, he said, hey, so he's a great president. If you don't believe me, just ask him. What happened with me and him was we found common ground. I've come to like him and he likes him, and that changed our entire relationship. But he did the Golan Heights thing. Remember, Ron? He said, I called him up, where you at? I'm with BB on the Golan Heights. He said, I didn't know we were in New York. No, that's another Golan Heights. We're over there. He recognized the Golan Heights by tweet because he understood you can't give it back to Syria because they'll use it to kill you. He recognized Jerusalem as capital of Israel. Why? Because if you got a problem with that, take it up with God. He's the guy that did it, not Trump. So I just want to say, I feel good about the Republican Party. I feel good about where we're going as a nation. We're killing all the right people and we're cutting your taxes. Trump is my favorite president. We've run out of bombs. We didn't run out of bombs in World War II.
Is it just me, or does that make you hate Trump too? Let me know. There's one more clip about Lindsey Graham, little homo Lindsey Graham. I got to show you. Do not click away.
But if you ever run for office as a Republican and you embrace this weird shit, we're going to beat your brains out.
I'm sorry, was that a threat, Lindsey Graham? Really? I love how they're trying to say, yeah, Tucker's not MAGA, blah, blah, blah. It's like, who wants to be freaking called MAGA when the Epstein files were not released? That's the day that any sort of ounce of faith I had left in Trump, it's all gone, bitches. Okay, it's all gone. It's like a cookie jar and you're a fat bitch. Gonzo, okay? Sayonara, extinct. Let me know if you guys agree, as always. So let me know. Where are you guys at on all of this? Please let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you made it to the end of the video, comment an orange heart for the algo. I'm getting shadow banned into oblivion right now because I had 2 strikes, 1 strike away from being fully banned. So I have to play it safe, A, and B, I need your help to push out my stuff. So please help a girl out. I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, guys. So, oh my gosh. Yes, I do have a face cam. I do see your chat, by the way. Hello, chat. Hello. Guess what? I am so slacking on the super chats tonight. It sucks. It sucks, guys. I guess you guys don't care that much about me freaking ranking the top 3 hottest e-girls while also dunking on the other ones. Like, do you guys like me to be a hateful bitch? Because that's what I thought we were doing here. Yes, guys, I have pre-recorded 3 segments on this just because I've had so many tech issues lately with my live streams that I want to give myself a little buffer in case anytime there's any tech issues. So, as I'm getting better with this, because I'm a one-woman show, one orange woman show, that is, I will be doing that, but I'm sitting here the entire time. I'm reading the chats. I'm talking to you guys. So don't worry. Get your super chats in, guys. But yeah, oh my gosh, so evil. I mean, Lindsey Graham, listen, we are done with the Zionists. I actually just posted this yesterday on Twitter. Look at this. I said, "Dear Zionists, you cannot cancel us. You've lost control of the narrative, and that's why you are all spiraling. Winter is coming." 20,000 likes, 19,000 likes, whatever, in less than 24 hours. So it does seem like people are moving in that direction. Like, do the Zionists think that they're winning when they're trying to cancel people like Nick Fuentes and Tucker Carlson? Do they think that's how they win? Because they say that people like me, Tucker, Nick, Candace, we're the ones spreading anti-Semitism, but it's really them because they're making us all hate them. Seriously, especially considering the fact that they claim to be conservatives, but yet, oh, we're pro free speech. We don't like cancel culture, but then they're doing the same thing when it offends them. They're a bunch of frauds. It's okay. Shout out Shane Nolan for the super chat. I appreciate it. You're like one of my top commenters on my videos, by the way. So shout out to you. And so for this last clip, and then the rest will be live super chats, chatting with you guys live. This last one will be Cenk. Okay, so Piers Morgan had basically a panel of people I don't like. The best one on the panel was honestly Chunky Yogurt. Comment Chunky for the algorithm. And Jillian Michaels is on there, which if you guys don't know, she is a Jewish lesbian. And YouTube, I'm not saying that in a derogatory way. That's just what she is. Who, remember, she like stormed off and quit live on the Valuetainment Her Take podcast. Yeah, crazy bitch. Anyways, why do I say It's like, can I stop? It's so cringe. I say like way too much too. Gosh. Anyways, I digress. I ramble and ramble and rambling. Yap City bitch is me right here. Anyways, basically, I don't like anyone on the panel, but it's so funny because there's this like girl that's Mrs. Miller or whatever her name is literally, guys, it's so good. She's like, Piers, she basically yells and like screams at Piers for not sticking up for her. And she's like, I have Jewish kids. I can't believe you're saying this. And no one's even mentioning Jews at all. They're mentioning the Israeli government. Like, there's a clear difference between Jewish people and the Israeli government, obviously. But of course, they have to sensationalize things, make it more emotional to try to silence us. And we're done. And Nick Fuentes actually said last night on his stream that he like coined this phrase, I think. It's the first I've heard of it anyways, so I'm attributing it to him. It's, oh, I can't say it. Crap on YouTube. I'm one strike away. Ewish cancel culture. And that's exactly what it is, because if you at all question anything, even if it's just simply the Israeli government, you get censored, you get called anti-Semitic. And that's why we can't give in to these tactics. We cannot let them scare us. If they want to call you that, cool. Who effing cares? They are using like emotional manipulation, so do not buy into it. Do not fall for it, okay? And just so anyone that's joining now, if I reach, well, I don't know if I'm going to reach it, but I mean, if I reach 15 super chats within the next 23 minutes, I will rank the top 3 hottest e-girls and roast a bunch of them. So open up your wallets. Don't be Iwish, okay? Let's go to the last segment, and then I'll be live for the remainder.
Come out and condemn Hamas. It's not that hard.
These anti-Semitic attacks that is so permeating on CNN and MSNBC.
This is so ridiculous. Somebody criticizing you personally is not an anti-Semitic attack. If somebody says that you are lying, that is not an attack on Jews, that is an attack on you.
Piers, I'm going to be done with this if you're going to allow racist and bigoted attacks against one of your commentators.
First of all, okay, so Saudi Arabia is a Muslim state, and you can criticize it all day long, there's no special protection
because
for
what you're doing is you're decoding language
that
to
calls
mock
themselves
American
a Jewish state or a
and to
Muslim
say that
state.
we should not be here and we should not be in existence, and that you would be happy for other people like
Nonsense.
Mamdani to use
I want Israel to be safe.
Nothing of the sort.
Nonsense. You're totally lying. It's very normal for a Miller to be completely and utterly lying. That's not true. We want Israel to be a safe haven for Jews, 1967 borders. But you guys say, no, more Palestinian land. Take Gaza, take the West Bank, take southern Lebanon.
This is a good one, guys. So I pretty much disagree with everyone on this panel, but we do have some, you know, people that are Israeli who are clutching their pearls. Their granny panties are in knots, bitches. Okay, because apparently I don't like Mamdani, but apparently he's anti-Semitic. Apparently Cenk is anti-Semitic. We're just going to get right into it because we like talking about this, because to me the number one issue of politics right now is not left versus right. It's of course pro-Zionism versus anti-Zionism, right? If you agree, put it down below. Make sure you like, subscribe. We'll get straight into the video. Oh my gosh, rhyming. I'm a rhyming queen.
And 5
So
who
Cenk.
have gone to jail for sending.
Remember Jillian Michaels, Jewish lesbian who stormed off and quit her take live from the Valuetainment podcast, right? You know, they get hysterical if they're ever questioned, just like a lot of leftist snowflakes get. You know, very similar.
Why is it that every time someone wants to criticize Mamdani, it immediately comes back to the Jews and the anti-Israel movement instead of actually talking about his viewpoints, which is that he
Nobody
wants to
said
make
Jews. You just said it. You always do that. We say Israel, you say Jews. We say Israel is a government. Please don't make it about Jewish Americans. And you come back and go, you have to make it about Jewish Americans. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
Is Israel a Jewish state? Yes or no?
And this is what they do. And this is why people on the right are sick of people on the left, and why Cenk and Anna are starting to catch up. Don't you get sick of when you talk about one thing and then you get labeled as anti-Semitic, or that you hate the Jewish people? Don't you hate that? Isn't that annoying when that's not literally what you're saying? So now they're kind of getting a taste of their own medicine, and I think it's waking them up, which is cool. And I know it's kind of cringe of their past beliefs, but we have to allow people to change their mind if we ever want to take back our nation. Obviously, not everyone was born with the correct opinions. I know I sure wasn't. I was never leftist or feminist, but I was like a libertarian atheist. You know, now I'm a Christian far right gal. Okay, so we gotta let people change their minds, and yeah, very interesting, don't you think?
Yeah. First of all, okay, so Saudi Arabia is a Muslim state, and you can criticize it all day long. There's no special protection
because
for
what you're doing is you're decoding language
that
to
calls
mock
themselves
American
a Jewish state or a
and to
Muslim
say that
state.
we should not be here and we should not be in existence, and that you would be happy for other people like Mamdani
No,
to use
I want Israel to be safe.
Nothing of the sort.
Nonsense. You're totally lying. It's very normal for a Miller to be completely and utterly lying. That's not true. We want Israel to be a safe haven for Jews, 1967 borders. But you guys say, no, more Palestinian land. Take Gaza, take the West Bank, take southern Lebanon. Your greed knows no bounds. And by the way, you and your husband are supposed to be working for America, not for Israel. I think you're betraying this country.
All right, Cenk, let Katie.
Piers,
right,
if I could just jump in here
on
a quick note.
Omar, I'll come to you, but let Katie finish her point, then I'll come to you. Katie.
No, Piers, quite frankly, I'm really sick and tired of this racist, bigoted rhetoric that comes from people like you against my husband, against my family, and my children. I am raising Jewish children in this country.
Who brought your
in which
children into this? What a weirdo.
Piers, I'm going to be done with this if you're going to allow racist and bigoted attacks against one of your commentators just for the sake that he will not
hang on.
speaking.
Casey, to be clear.
What a stupid freaking thing to say. I have to be careful with my language because I'm one strike away from getting banned here on YouTube. So I got to be careful, but Crying victim. Wow, professional victim, aren't you? Aren't you? Yeah, there's two parts of your identity that would make it a lot more likely for you to be a professional victim. If you guys can guess what two identity politics groups I'm thinking of, put them in the comments below. To me, it's obvious. But he did way to make it about your kids. Way to make it about your Jewish kids. Wow, you're such a victim. Watch, Piers is about to shut this bitch down. It's actually pretty funny. Check this out.
Casey, to be clear,
he inserted a line that says the Miller's lie. Is that not coded language for therefore we are Jewish? Come on, Piers. Where are you?
What?
Where are you standing?
God, you're so
Katie,
pathetic.
if I can speak.
Everything's your shield.
If I can speak, listen.
Fire him, cancel him, cancel him, America.
Cenk,
oh my God, Israel's
Cenk,
feelings have been hurt. Why don't you work for this
country?
country?
Can we try and get
this country instead of Israel?
Can we try? All right, can we please? All right, let's stop the ad hominem attacks. Let's try and get this back to a more civilized debate, which is actually about the likely incoming mayor of New York. Katie, I was giving you the chance to respond. If you want me to do it for you, I'm happy to do that. But normally in a panel discussion, if someone makes...
You know,
I agree, and you shouldn't be interrupted. So, Katie, let me just ask you, separate, let's not get into ad hominem stuff. It's honestly, I think the viewers are sick of it. Let me just ask you, Katie, what is your fundamental opposition to Mamdani? Because my view of Mamdani is he's very charismatic. He's a skillful politician. He has reined back on some of the more inflammatory things. He undeniably said the stuff he said about the NYPD would be for some people disqualifying, frankly, in a city like New York. But he's managed to come through that by reining back on some of that stuff. And he is, as Cenk Uygur rightly points out, he has a remarkable popularity with young Jewish New Yorkers. I mean, it is remarkable that for someone who people have branded anti-Semitic, a lot of Jewish New Yorkers simply don't agree. They want to vote for him. So he is what he is. I also think, as Jillian pointed out, that probably a more obvious stick to beat him with politically are his views, which are pretty socialist. And what is fascinating about this politically, looking at the totality and potentially a future general election, is if you have a progressive socialist like Mamdani who wins in New York, is that the way the Democratic Party is now going to go? And does that have any chance of winning against what would likely be another MAGA candidate in 2028? So these are big picture issues that will come out of a Mamdani victory. But from your perspective, Katie, what is your fundamental opposition to Mamdani becoming New York mayor?
I want to start off with, do you agree when your guest says that the Millers always lie? Because that's what your guest on your show just said, is that the Millers always lie. And so now I'll continue into saying Mamdani, just as you said here, is a socialist. He is someone who is going to drive New York to the bottom. I'm excited for him to win because he'll prove to every other single large city in our country that what you will see is failure, what you will see is high crime, what you will see is murders, what you will see is a prominent city in our country fall into complete disrepair, and you will see large amounts of capital and tax dollars exit the city immediately, because what people are voting for is their own downfall. When you play into identity politics as he's done, when you stand behind a podium and your first comment is, oh my gosh, my aunt on the train, instead of talking about all those who lost their lives on 9/11, then you're doing something wrong, Piers. But I will sit here and say that for the reasons in which he is wrong and which he will drive New York into failure is again the same reason why people on your show, instead of arguing the merits, as you say, of his opinions, they're going to sit here and use attacks on my husband and myself instead of debating us on our values and our opinions. It is gross, it is racist, and it is bigoted. And I will not join your show again if you
your values
speak to that.
Suck. That's what I'm debating.
This is so ridiculous. Yeah.
Well, Katie, let me just make it clear.
If I can jump here, Piers.
No, Cenk, stay out of this. Katie, let me just respond to that. Katie, normally, when someone makes an ad hominem attack on another panelist, that panelist is on the receiving end, gives it back, right? And you've chosen instead, it seems to me, to want me to do that for you. I don't mind doing that, right? But to me, you could easily respond. You're perfectly skilled and capable enough to respond to what Cenk said about you, and you've done that. And you've argued, very passionately why Mamdani would be a New York mayor. I'm not taking sides here. I actually don't like any of the ad hominem attacks that come on the show. But it's interesting to note that there have been an increasing number of very ad hominem attacks on Mamdani, and a lot of it has had a whiff of genuine Islamophobia. And I don't think it means that any of us have to endorse that or anything to actually accept that that is what's been happening. And I see the same thing happen with Jewish candidates in American politics. I see a stench of anti-Semitism from certain quarters towards Jewish candidates. But we certainly see this with Mamdani, and it's ugly, and it's horrible, and it shouldn't be. Yeah, you are a guest on my show, and I appreciate you coming on the show, and I like you coming on the show.
And I'm saying the two other guests on your show are welcome to participate in these anti-Semitic attacks that is so permeating on CNN and MSNBC.
This is so ridiculous. I'm sorry. I have to jump in here. Somebody criticizing you personally is not an anti-Semitic attack. If somebody says that you are lying, that is not an attack on Jews, that is an attack on you. And just stop hiding behind identity. This is all the snowflake behavior that the right is supposedly criticizing the left for, that you're simply repeating here. Yes, Stephen Miller is a destructive force in American society. That is not an attack on Jews. That is no reference to his identity. This is an attack on him individually, and just deal with the merits of this case. And also when it comes to Mamdani and all the stuff that he said,
let's go there.
Whatever you want to call him, you have to be clear about the fact.
Bring us the Israeli state, right? That's how we got here in the first place. Let's rewind.
Mamdani, and we should be clear about what Mamdani said in relation to policing in New York and Israel.
How we got here was Jillian very perfectly pointed out that we should not use identity politics to get here. And immediately we went to the state of Israel.
No, I'm sorry. The state of Israel is not identity politics. That is a foreign government that is engaged in genocide and war crimes. And we're allowed to criticize that without you pulling identity politics into this. It is utterly unrelated. And Mamdani, by the way, he was not asked about 9/11 and just randomly decided to drag his aunt into this. He's talking about Islamophobia specifically in a context in which he is under relentless Islamophobic attacks, including by Andrew Cuomo. And in that context, he brought up the story of his aunt and the fear that she felt living in New York City. That is a legitimate part of the conversation. And you pretending that this was comments about him having disregard for the real victims of 9/11 who actually died on that day is such dishonest smearing against him.
Guys, imagine being married to her. I'd rather die, I think. I think that's what I would rather be the case for me. Gosh, insufferable ass bitch, huh? Okay, guys, so we will be live for the remainder of the stream. I will be streaming until 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, so we got like 11 minutes on the dot. So, I mean, I doubt we're going to reach the 15 super chat goal, but send in your super chats. I will read them all. Kevin said Ryan Dawson is right, but his ego is very Jewish. I follow him. I don't really see enough of his stuff to even really have an opinion, though. So I guess no thoughts there. By the way, guys, I put in my description all my social media links and my Discord. So I'm going to have a Discord server that I'm going to be active in. And then I'm also going to do some subscription-based Discord server exclusively where I will be sending like voice chats throughout the day, just keeping up with you guys. So get ready for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. And I wanted to show you guys this clip because it's so valid from Nick. Let me pull it up. So, and this is from First Class. First Class, can I talk? No. I can yap, but can I talk? Can I speak correctly? No. First Class clips. Nick Fuentes won't let Israel first traitors bully Americans into submission. This is why they want him canceled. A freaking men watch. This is an amazing clip.
Fucking country back. Forgive my language, but that's how everybody feels.
Yep.
We want our country back. We want our sovereignty. We want our independence. And you know how we know we don't have it? Because we have to literally go and kiss their wall. That's how everyone knows. It's not complicated.
Cucked.
If they are getting money and support, but somehow we have to go and kiss their wall, we have to attend their conference and salute their flag outside our congressional offices, our governor's offices, our state legislatures, they're flying a foreign flag. That's how you know something's wrong. And it's obvious. It couldn't be more obvious. That's why they slavishly defend this country more than they defend us. They won't talk about white people. They won't defend Christians. They won't defend the border. But if this country is insulted, attacked, threatened, they're the first ones to leap in front of it with a letter, with billions in aid, with a carrier strike.
With billions in AIDS. With billions of AIDS. Literally. I mean, quite literally, you touch that wall, bitch, you're getting AIDS. Hello.
Right group. We're threatening to bomb everybody. We are bombing everybody. Everybody knows it. Everyone's sick of it.
Yeah, that so-called peace deal, huh? Huh, predictable. Come on, we could have seen that coming a freaking decade ago. You freaking morons.
You're wrong. We're right. They hate more than anything.
I don't know how to pronounce her name, whatever. He said, I simp for Anna Kasperi. No, I do. I do. I'm her number one simp.
They hate that someone is telling people, we're American. This is ours. We have citizenship. It's our government. It's our country. It's our birthright. It's our heritage. It's not yours. And if we want to opt out, we can. And there's not a damn thing you can do about it. You can't bully Americans. You can't intimidate Americans. And as long as I'm around, you're not going to gaslight Americans.
Love it.
I'm smarter than you are.
True.
I do this for a living. I've done it for years. I've fought these people. As long as I have a platform, they will not trick you. They will not gaslight you. I told people don't vote for Trump because you know what you're going to get? War with Iran. And I was right.
Yep, so true.
And everybody sees that now. That's a part of it. They hate that.
So true, so true. Once again, I mean, Nick just knows what he's talking about. He's been the one leading the charge, so it's great to see him finally being mainstream. Like, there was a New York Times article of him today, and actually one of my girlfriends actually my only friend, Lisa Reynolds, she's Tim Pool's booker. She texted me, she's like, wow, the New York Times is making Nick look like a stud. Let me show you guys this. It's so funny, but it's crazy. Like, times are changing. Winter is coming, bitches. Prepare, buckle up. It's going to be a bumpy ride, and we're done with your gaslighting bullshit. Here it is. Nick Fuentes was Charlie Kirk's bitter enemy. Now he's becoming his successor. Like, damn, they're chiseling him out. Hello. Max X. Okay, dude. Imagine how bad Ben Shapiro would destroy Nick. Imagine how hard you suck Ben Shapiro's dick. I mean, really? Really? Do you use a yarmulke as a condom, dude? Really? Just saying. President-elect Pressure 609. Anna wants my babies. No, Anna wants my babies. She's actually been liking my tweets and some of my reels, guys. And I had a feeling that she's not someone that gets overly offended, and I've been vindicated because she will like reels of mine where I'm clearly fat shaming and slut shaming, which is a no-no on the left. So I knew that she was my bitch, okay? I am going to make this happen. A slumber party with her and maybe some other e-girls where we live stream it. Imagine. Who cares about war? Who cares about all these foreign conflicts? Let's have an e-girl sleepover. Let's fight. Let's debate. Pillow fights, and let's live stream it, right? Guys, this is what I'm trying to facilitate. You guys have no idea. I'm very passionate about this. Yes, the Groypers are moving inside. By the way, guys, go follow me on Twitter. I'm way more active on there. Ben Shapiro. Guys, if you were to see, like, I've been just going off on the replies. My feet, like, you know, if you guys are on Twitter, you guys know that a lot of the Zionists are being pushed right now on the timeline, even if you don't follow them. And a lot of people are mad about it, but I'm actually happy because I love making fun of them. It's so fun. Like, let me just look. How's Netanyahu's schlongtes? It's just fun, you know? And I have this video on standby on my computer and my phone. I mean, who needs the national anthem when you have that? Am I right or am I right? That's like the new national anthem after this war is over. Anyways, let's see what else I got on here. I have a lot of fun on Twitter, guys, okay? Lots of fun. There we go. Boom. Again. I mean, this is like literally 6 hours. Within the past 6 hours, I've tweeted this video already twice. Go suck some Jewish slong. Nice. I ratio Josh Hammer? I didn't even know that. That's so cool. Yay. I'm liking my own tweet and retweeting it for that own sake. That's hilarious. Let's see what else we got going on. Oh, again, here we go. Another do. What else? I noticed that these people have really difficult names to pronounce, like nice last name, whatever. Okay, let's keep looking. Okay, I don't know if I can keep this on YouTube. Anyways, Go follow me on Twitter if you want to see me be unhinged. But I'm going to end the stream, guys. Going to go hang out with my husband. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, thank you for joining me. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.